How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. I'm here today to do the newborn hearing screening for the babies.
Oh, good.
So I just want to find out, are there any babies for me to screen?
Yeah, there's still two babies that was not screened yet. So the baby for bed 8, bed 10 and bed 20 is available.
Perfect. Is there anyone that's a bit emotional today or that I must be careful of?
No, at the moment all our mothers is happy and our babies is behaving.
Okay, great. And then after I finish screening, I'll come give you feedback on the results.
Oh, thank you very much. The files is at the bedside.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good morning. Good morning, ma'am.
Hello.
How are you this morning?
Good, and you?
Good. My name is Bronwyn. I'm an audiologist, and I'm here today to do the newborn hearing screening for the baby, just to check the baby's ears. It's part of best practice, so it's an internationally standardized test that you'll be doing today. It's a very quick test. It doesn't hurt the baby, and the baby needs to be sleeping for the test, so it's perfect for me to do the test now. So I'll get one of two results from the test. It's either a pass or refer. Okay. So basically I'm going to use the equipment, and the equipment, we're going to put a little probe into the ear. The equipment will send sounds into the ear and then look for an echo that must come back. If we get the echo back, baby will pass and everything's fine with the ears. But if we don't get the echo back today, so if we get a refer result, we're not going to start stressing, because it can be that there's still amniotic fluid or vernix still stuck in the ear. It's creating a blockage, and that's why I'm not getting the echo back. So then we'll wait 4 to 6 weeks and we'll repeat the test again. Okay. So the most important thing today is, if your baby doesn't pass, you need to bring the baby back for further testing. Okay. Would you like me to do the test for your baby?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you just to sign a consent form, that you consent that I may test your baby's hearing, and that you consent that the results will be made available to the hospital and the pediatrician. Okay. So here we go. If you could just, you can read through that. I need your name and then the baby's name, please. Thank you so much. I'm just going to spray my hands quickly before I touch your baby. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start with the test now. Okay, this ear passed. So we got the echo back, which shows us that the hearing is fine on the right ear. I'm just going to turn baby to get the other ear. So cute, eh? I'm getting a refer on this side, so I'm just going to repeat it again. Okay. I'm still getting a refer. So we'll need to test the baby again in 4 to 6 weeks. The right ear passed the test, but the left ear didn't. When I took the probe out, there's still a bit of amniotic fluid stuck in the ears. So we'll need to wait that drains out naturally before testing the left ear again. So we're going to give it 4 to 6 weeks, and you'll bring the baby back and we'll test again. I'm going to give you the numbers of 3 audiologists. You can either bring the baby back to me or you can choose someone else, and we need to retest the left ear. So at this stage, the most important thing is that you bring the baby back to us in 4 to 6 weeks. Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
No, not at all.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Ma'am, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Well, thanks. How are you?
Good. My name is Bronwyn. I'm an audiologist. So I'll be doing the newborn hearing screening test for the baby, just to check the baby's ears. It's a very quick test. It doesn't hurt the baby, and baby needs to be still for the test, so this is the perfect time for me to test. It's part of the NETCARE maternity package, so you won't be paying additionally for the test that is done today. I'm going to be using an OAE screening test. So basically I'm going to use my equipment. We put a little probe into your ear, into baby's ear. We send sounds into the ear, and we look for an echo that must come back from the ear. And if I get the echo back, baby will pass the test and everything's fine with the hearing. Okay. If we don't get the echo back today, so if we get a refer result today, we're not going to start stressing, because it can be that there's still amniotic fluid or vernix still stuck in the baby's ears. It's creating a blockage, and that's why I'm not getting the echo back. So then we'll need to wait 4 to 6 weeks before we test again. Okay. So I just need your consent that I'm allowed to test your baby today. Is that okay?
So wouldn't it be better to have the baby tested after 6 weeks then?
That's a great question. Seeing as though you're here, it's better for us to do it now. I know it gets quite hectic after having a baby, and there are lots of things that have to happen at 6 weeks. The immunization, your checkup, baby's checkup, and then there is a chance that we can forget to do the test. So it's part of the maternity package. Your baby is older than 24 hours old, so I can do the test, even though there's still a chance that we'll get a refer result. So we'll just test again in 6 weeks' time, if there's a refer. But if baby passes today, then we know everything is perfect. Okay. Hey, would you like me to? Yes. Perfect. And then I also need your consent that the results of the screening test will be made available to the hospital and to your baby's pediatrician. Okay. So if you can just sign for me this little form, that would be great. Thank you so much. Perfect. I'm just going to spray my hands before we start testing.
All right.
Oh, okay. Does it start again?
No. So wouldn't it be...
Okay, so baby passed the hearing test on both ears, so it's good news. So we can assume that the hearing is typical at this stage. So I'm going to give you a communication checklist that will help you determine if the baby is communicating according to developmental milestones. It's very important that we check the hearing again every year, just a screening, just to make sure everything's fine, because at any stage something can happen. So at any time, if you're worried about the baby's hearing, you can bring the baby back and we test again.
Right.
Okay, thank you. Have a lovely day.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, that's why.
Good.
How are you?
Good, thank you. My name is Bronwyn. I'm the audiologist. So I do the newborn hearing screening for the babies to check the baby's ears. Today I'm going to be doing 2 tests. So the first test is that we're going to be putting a machine on the baby's head. It's not going to hurt the baby. It's a quick test. We're looking at the brain's reaction to sound. So it's just a screening test, and it will show me pass or refer.
Okay.
Pass means everything's perfect with the hearing.
Okay.
Refer means we're going to need to repeat the test. Sometimes because the babies are born so early, you just need to wait 4 to 6 weeks that the brain grows a little bit more and develops a little bit more, and then you'll repeat the test again. So if the baby doesn't pass today, the most important thing is that you bring the baby back if we test it. Okay. So that's the first test, which is the AABR. And then the second test that we're going to be doing is called an OAE. And I'm basically going to put a probe into the ear. We're going to send sounds into the ear, and then we're going to look for an echo that must come back from the ear. If I get the echo back, baby passes the test, and everything's fine. Okay. Again, if we don't get the echo back, we're not going to start stressing. Then we wait 4 to 6 weeks, we bring baby back, and we'll test again. Okay. We're going to give you the names of 3 different audiologists, and you can choose who you want to use if the baby doesn't pass. Okay. Just need your consent that I may do the test on your twins, and that the results of the test are going to be made available to the hospital and to the baby's pediatrician. Is that okay? Yes. The babies have to sleep for the test, so it's perfect now that we're going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to start with the test.
Not a problem.
So I'm just going to put some gel on the baby. I'm just measuring this, and then I'm going to just put some on. I don't know where to put the machine. To sound, and that ear passed. So now I'm just going to turn the baby to get the other side. Yes, I'm going to screen both ears. So I'll turn the baby to do the other side, and we do the other side. Once we're done, we're going to clean. Okay. So I'm just going to turn a little bit more. This bum there. That's perfect, thank you. Perfect.
Okay, it's also
Pass. So the ears, both ears have passed the test. Okay. So it's good news. Alright. I'm just going to get some tissue to clean, okay? Oh, sorry, my love, you don't like it. Oh, sorry. These are dummies. You like being cleaned, hey? Let's turn you back to how you were. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, we're going to do the other two.
So you're going to do both tests on 2 days.
Okay, so ma'am, now baby passed the first test, which is the auditory brainstem response test. So we know that the sound is going through to the brain, which is good.
Okay.
And now we're going to do the otoacoustic emission. So basically I'm going to send sounds into the ear. We're going to look for an echo that must come back from the ear.
Okay.
If the echo comes back, the baby passes the test, and we know that that pathway is perfect. And if the baby doesn't pass today, we're going to wait 4 weeks and then repeat the test again. Okay. Sorry, my love. Sorry. I'm just going to do the other ear. Left and right and left. The baby passed all the tests, so we can assume that the hearing is typical.
Okay.
Okay. Lovely. There we go. Thank you. So I'm going to also give you a developmental checklist.
Okay.
Just to make sure that baby stays on track with development, with communication.
Okay.
At any time, if you're worried about your baby's hearing, have the baby's hearing tested. Okay. Because a hearing loss can develop later on.
Okay.
And the babies aren't born with a hearing loss, but it develops later on. So just check the baby's speech development with the communication guidelines. And then we can make sure that the baby is fine. Okay. Thank you. Have a lovely day.
You too.
Bye-bye. All the babies that were eligible for screening.
Okay.
There's one baby who didn't pass on the left ear. So I've spoken to the mom and arranged for the follow-up testing to be done, and she will bring the baby back and we'll retest the left ear.
Okay, thank
So
you very
everyone
much.
is tested.
Everyone is tested, so we can worry.
Yes.